In this video, we're going to learn one of the most popular tools in Python for web scraping, BeautifulSoup. By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly how to use BeautifulSoup to read and extract information from HTML content. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's dive in. First things first, to follow along, make sure you have both BeautifulSoup and requests installed. These two libraries usually go hand in hand when we're dealing with web data. You can install them using pip, but I've already installed them before, so I'm skipping that part. Now imagine we have a simple piece of HTML, just a small web page structure with a title and a paragraph. We'll use BeautifulSoup to read this HTML and understand how it's organized. So first, we import BeautifulSoup and feed it our HTML content. Then we tell it which parser to use. In our case, html.parser. That basically means BeautifulSoup will read the HTML like a browser would, making it easy for us to explore and extract data from it. When we print the title, BeautifulSoup gives us the entire title tag, both the opening and closing parts. That shows it's reading our HTML correctly. Next, when we print the title text, it only gives us what's inside the tag, just the words themselves, without the HTML. That's super useful when you only care about the content, not the tags. Then when we print the paragraph, we get the full paragraph tag. You can see both the paragraph and the nested B tag inside it. And finally, when we print just the paragraph text, BeautifulSoup cleans everything up and shows only the readable text. No tags, no markup, just clean text. With just a few lines of code, we've already seen how BeautifulSoup reads and organizes HTML. Now let's explore the BeautifulSoup library a bit more. All right, so we've changed our HTML a little bit for this next part. Now we've got a header and 3 paragraph elements, one with the class intro and 2 with the class info. Let's see how we can use BeautifulSoup to find and extract them one by one. First, when we use find p, BeautifulSoup gives us the very first paragraph it finds in the HTML. So we'll see the p tag with its content. That's the one with the class intro. Next, when we print findp.text, we get only the text inside that first paragraph. No tags, just the content. It's a cleaner way to grab the actual message. Now, when we use findAllP0 text, we're saying give me all the paragraphs, and then we're picking the very first one in that list. The result is the same as before, but now we're accessing it through a list of all p tags. If we change the index to 1, we get the second paragraph, the one that says learn BeautifulSoup easily. And with 2, we'll get the third one, learn Python easily. Next, let's get a bit more specific. When we use find all p class equals info 0, we're telling BeautifulSoup to find all p elements that have the class info and show us the first one. That should display the first info paragraph. And when we use find all p class info 1, we'll get the second info paragraph instead. Finally, if we look for find all p class equals intro 0, BeautifulSoup will find the paragraph with the intro class. That's our first paragraph again. So as you can see, the find and find all methods are super powerful for selecting exactly what you want from your HTML. Now that we've seen how to find elements in different ways, let's keep going and discover more cool things we can do with BeautifulSoup. All right, let's move on to a new example and see how BeautifulSoup can help us parse links and images from HTML. In this HTML, we've got 2 main elements inside the body, an anchor tag with a link and an image tag, img, with a source and an alt text. Let's see how we can access each part of them step by step. First, when we use find a, BeautifulSoup finds the first anchor tag on the page. That's our link element. You'll see it printed exactly as it appears in the HTML with both the a tag and the text inside it. Next, find a.text gives us just the text between the tags, in this case, visit example. That's the clickable text you would normally see on a web page. Then, when we print find a href, BeautifulSoup gives us the value of the href attribute, the actual URL that the link points to. That's super useful when you want to extract all the links from a page. Now, when we move on to the image, find img returns the full image tag. You'll see the source and alt attributes included inside it. If we print the image's source, we get just the image file name, image.jpg. That's the path to the image file itself. And finally, find img alt gives us the alt text, sample image. Next, we'll keep exploring and see how to go even deeper into HTML structures and work with more complex pages. All right, let's start this new section by talking about the requests library. This is the tool we use in Python to get the content of a web page. Basically, it allows our program to visit a website and grab the HTML. Here, we define the URL we want to access, in this case, a quotes website, and then we use requests to send a GET request to that URL. The response we get contains the full HTML of the page, and we feed that into BeautifulSoup just like we did before, using html.parser. When we print soup.title.text, BeautifulSoup gives us the title of the web page. This is the text inside the title tag of the site. It's usually what you see at the top of your browser tab. So what we're doing here is fetching the actual page from the internet and then extracting its title. Once we run it, you'll see that we successfully grabbed the page title using Python. Pretty cool, right? In the next example, we'll dive deeper and learn exactly how this works so we can start extracting more information from websites step by step. All right, for this part, we're going to take things one step further and actually start extracting real data from a website, specifically the quotes and their authors. Before jumping into the code, let's first take a look at how the website is structured. I'm right-clicking on one of the quotes in the browser and selecting Inspect. There's a lot of HTML code here. Luckily, as we move through the HTML, the browser highlights which part of the page each element represents. You can tell by the colors. And our goal here is to find the quotes and the authors. Here you can see that each quote is wrapped inside a div element with the class name quote. Inside that, there's a span element with the class text. That's where the quote itself is stored, and a small element with the class author, which contains the author's name. So now that we understand the HTML layout, let's see how to grab that information with BeautifulSoup. We start by using the findAll function. This function searches the HTML and returns every element that matches certain conditions. In this case, we're sending it two parameters, one for the element name, which is div, and one for the class name, which is quote. That way it finds all the quote containers on the page. And then we loop through each of these quote elements. Inside each one, we use the find function again to look for the span element with the class text to get the quote text, and another find for the small element with the class author to get the author's name. Finally, we print both pieces of information together, the quote followed by the author. Let's run it and see what happens. Perfect. We can see the quotes along with their authors printed right in the console. So now we're not just reading HTML, we're actually pulling real, meaningful data from a web page. Let's keep exploring in the next example and see what else we can do with BeautifulSoup. All right, in this new section, we're going to learn how to extract links from a website. Before looking at the code, let's open the website and inspect one of the links. When we right-click and choose Inspect, we can see the A element, which represents a link in HTML. Inside it, there's an href attribute. That's where the actual link address is stored. Now let's look at how the code works. We start by sending a request to the website using the requests library. Then we pass the HTML response into BeautifulSoup so it can parse the page for us. Next, we use the findAll function to search for all A elements, basically all the links on the page. Then we loop through them one by one. Inside the loop, we use the get function to grab the value of the href attribute. That's the actual URL. We also get the visible text of the link by accessing its text and removing any extra spaces. Finally, we print both together, the link text followed by its URL. All right, let's run the code and see what happens. Perfect. Now we can see all the links from the page along with their addresses. So in just a few lines, we've learned how to collect all the links from any web page. If you're enjoying this tutorial, make sure to check out the other videos on the channel. There are plenty of helpful lessons about Python and web scraping waiting for you.